extension to run only between certain dates. That's a very, very helpful and useful feature. Ad extensions almost guarantee an increase in click-through rate and an increase in quality score. Ad extensions are actually a component of quality score, like we saw in the previous video on quality score. Ad extensions are actually taken into account when your quality score is calculated. And we know, and you know already, how important a good quality score is in determining your actual cost per click. Your click-through rate is going to increase drastically because we have two reasons. One is that it's more real estate. Your ad's going to be more visible to the human eye. A greater portion, this is a very simple concept, a greater portion of the screen of the search engine results page of the SERP is now going to be covered with your ad. The more space it takes up, the more ad extensions you have, the more space your ad takes up, and the more likely somebody is to even see or focus on your ad. It's also more relevant. You're providing a lot more information to the user. So you'll be more likely to say something or to convey something in your ad text or in your site links or in your call out or in your reviews that are going to be very relevant and that are going to really appeal to your potential client and be able to bring in that click and bring in a good quality visitor to your site. So you're likely to see an increase in click-through rate and an increase in quality score as well. And we've seen in our accounts click-through rates to go up 10-15%, which is huge. It's gigantic increase in click-through rate, like unbelievable, just by using a variety of site links. Another cool feature is that you could use bulk updates. For example, if I have 10 campaigns running a call-out extension or 10 campaigns running site link extensions, I could update them in bulk, so I don't have to go into every individual ad group and update those site link extensions or whatever ad extension that I'm running. So let's talk about the different types of ad extensions that we have. We already covered a lot about site link extensions, and there's a lot more detail that comes with these. We'll cover we'll cover some of that extra detail in the next video when we go in and create our own site link extensions inside the dashboard. You could create campaign-level site links, ad group-level site link extensions. It's a very similar concept as campaign-level negative keywords and ad group-level negative keywords. If you have a campaign-level site link extensions, obviously those site link extensions will be eligible to run on all the ads in that campaign. If it's an ad group-level site link extension, they will only be eligible to run on the ads within that ad group. So the more specific, you can get as specific as you want when it comes to creating those site link extensions. Obviously, the same concepts apply when you write your site link extensions as they do when you write your ad headline and ad text. You want to be very clear. You want to qualify the site link extensions if you're fearful of getting a bad click. Those concepts we talked about with price. You want to describe the emotional payoffs, the features, the benefits rather, those emotional payoffs, which are the benefits of the product, services, information that you're highlighting in those site link extensions. And if you have room, you also want to add some of those benefits, some of those features. I'm sorry for mixing that up. There's also a location ad extension, which, if you look over here, this underneath your description lines of text in your ad, you're going to see some of these other types of extensions above your site link extension. So one of those is a location extension, where Google will link. You will have to set up your Google My Business account. You will link your Google My Business account to your Google AdWords account, or you could import the location from a different Google account, and Google will display a location, an address, an actual physical address underneath your ad. And obviously, that's ideal for a local business, a brick and mortar store, stores that have retail locations. That's a really positive thing. Call extensions. Call extensions are another very, very powerful type of extension. When displayed on a desktop, your phone number, potentially set up with a Google forwarding number, is displayed in the actual text of the ad. Sometimes it's appended to the headline, sometimes it's beneath. They show up in different places, and you don't necessarily have complete control of where the phone number shows up. And what's really cool is on mobile devices, there's a little button that says click to call, and if somebody clicks that button, click to call, you do get charged at a regular cost per click as if you had an ad click. But if it's a smartphone, a little dialog will pop up, and it will ask the user if they want their phone to dial your number. So call extensions are very, very good. If you're an industry that is a service industry, think about plumbers, think about gardeners, think about roofers, think about terminators, all those sorts of businesses that rely heavily on phone calls, locksmiths, things like that. So call extensions are very, very powerful and very important to drive business to those sorts of companies. Review extensions allow you to add reviews that you've received for your products and services from third-party sites. Reviews extensions are a little tricky. You have to comply with a lot of different guidelines. For example, you have to quote, take an exact quote of the review. If it's not an exact quote, you have to specify that it's not an exact quote. You have to quote the source of the review. Google's going to verify that. And there's a bunch of different guidelines that you have to adhere to, but you will as you see over here, you could actually import your reviews, and Google will show some of your reviews beneath the text of your ad. So review extensions are another very good thing to increase customer loyalty. It shows that you're a business that has an establishment, that has a following, and that's a very, very good thing. Call-out extension is one of my favorite types of extensions. It's very flexible because you could create a call-out extension at the account level, the campaign level, or the ad group level. And a call-out extension, something like this, free shipping, 20% clearance sale, it allows you to highlight certain key aspects of your company. So if it's a sale, if it's a feature like free shipping, if it's something about the quality of your products, let's say it's made in the USA. So those are kind of broader global assets that your company offers that you want to highlight above and beyond the specific features and benefits of the ad itself. So keep that in mind. Call-out extensions are very powerful. They're not clickable. It's just a piece of text, but it really allows you to kind of give that extra push and take up a little bit more real estate on the screen as well. And call-out extensions could be used in conjunction with site link extensions. So not only could you have your headline, your descriptions, your URL, and for site link extensions, you could also have a call-out extension in addition to that. That leads you, it should lead you to the next question of, can I use multiple extensions? And the answer is yes. You can, but not all extensions are going to be shown with each other. Google changes these policies quite a bit actually, but oftentimes you'll see that review extensions won't necessarily be shown with call-out extensions, or call-out extensions won't be shown together with a location extension, but be that as it may, it's always good to have as many different types of extensions loaded into your campaigns and ad groups as you can.